Hi everyone, this is my PowerPoint on the STEM resources that we had to review for this module. So the first one was I chose the book The Lab Girl, which was on the list provided. I haven't really read too many books outside of classroom resources, which I would read to my students. So I was intrigued to read a book that was just for adults. And so basically the book is about a woman who talks about her love of all things in the plant world, and that's Hope Jahren. She takes you through her childhood and how science has positively impacted her to become the person she is today. And I'm recommending this because it's a great resource for educators to get excited about STEM. Just reading the first couple of chapters, she was so descriptive with her childhood and how science has really impacted her, and that just made me be able to visualize what she was describing, and I was just so intrigued to learn more. And it really helped to cultivate my STEM identity because I want to have the same curiosity that Hope had in her childhood and still is having and being an adult. And I just want to. This book encourages me to take risks because Hope and her co-worker were taking risks to push through the hard times and different things that they were working through. The movie that I chose was The Imitation Game, and this is a movie about mathematicians who are trying to crack a German code in World War II. And I really enjoyed this movie because it focused mostly on mathematics, which is not, you don't find many movies that focus on math solely, and it really shows it in a meaningful way. It talks about coding and learning how to break codes, which my school, we do a huge week of all coding in our whole district, and we have a huge coding project and a competition where all grades are able to enter. And this movie really cultivated my STEM identity because it encourages me to see that all areas of STEM are being incorporated, especially in the movie industry. It helps us to see and accept all types of people in our society without giving away too much of the ending. But I really do like it because then it just provides me with a different point of view in looking at things and how I should be accepting of people, and also just how to be a code breaker. The podcast that I chose, was called the STEM Read podcast. To be quite honest, I haven't really listened to many podcasts before, so this was difficult for me, but this one stood out to me. It's on NPR, and they talk about how STEM and books relate to each other, and how there's a stigma. This specific podcast is about a stigma towards males and females in the STEM field, and also the gender difference with authors, so saying that girls are only allowed to read girl books and boys only allowed to read boys. And I think this is a great podcast because, one, women are the ones who are their hosts, and I think that's great because we don't have many women icons in the STEM field, and this really is something to look forward to. And I really like this resource because many times I don't have time to read a book, and this is great just to put on in the background while I'm working, but I'm still listening and learning, and it really helps to make me excited to incorporate their ideas that they talked about in this specific podcast in my classroom. And last but not least, the place that I went to is the Lancaster Science Factory. This is just an interactive, hands-on place where people can enjoy different STEM activities. I really enjoyed it. This is a picture of me, and I've been there a couple other times with my students in the past, so I wanted to include a picture of them as well. And I just really think it's really cool how each station is different. You can build a dam, you can mix sound waves on the stage, and you can pull a lever to see how high a ball goes, and it just shows me how I can incorporate more things in my classroom that's STEM related, and it gets me excited again. All of these resources have got me more excited about STEM. Thanks for watching, guys. Look forward to see all that you reviewed and be able to discuss it.